Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of FoolTopia here in Skylines. Where today guys, we're going to create a warehouse industry. Yes, I know, sounds weird. You might run into Seniac, what is this? Well basically we're going to create an area and we're going to fill it with warehouses. It's as simple as that, but trust me, there is more to it than meets the eye. And that is what we're going to be doing today. Now, guys, if you do enjoy this episode and are enjoying FoolTopia to this point, please make sure you smash this like button down below. And if you are new here, make sure you subscribe so you're notified when that next episode comes out. Now, recently we had some, I won't say issues, but ever since we built this little industrial area down here, not only is there not enough workers, we do have a worker deficit, which means I do have to bump the population up a little bit. Which is easy to do, but I don't want to do it just yet. We had some issues with with the goods, trying to export them and whatnot. I built these two little kind of shipping things over here, and it's pumping out so many ships and bringing ships in, which it's kind of being a good thing for us. I'm quite happy about. So what led me to believe it, well, led me to kind of think is, if I turn this area here into a big storage area, like put down a load of warehouses where we store all different types of goods, and then give it really good access to the train line. And place a few more little shipping stuff down. Now we'll keep those ones in. I might hook it up with the train line. And just a place where we can store the goods and get them out of here. Rather than have it all dotted all over the place, we can have like a centralized hub. We can basically create our very own Amazon Prime warehouse in many ways, which would be pretty cool. But by doing that, I am going to create a lot of traffic going towards it. This roundabout, which is taking a beating right now, will not hold up to the new traffic coming along. And might have to do something with this one. We might be able to bypass that one, I don't know. And I definitely want to rework this. I'm going to get rid of this whole little kind of connection here and do a freeway interchange to kind of keep traffic flowing. And we'll have it connect further down somewhere else. So it's going to be quite fun what we want to get done. So let's, like I said, let's get it done. First things first though. I'm going to actually extend this road. So if I come off to about there and just kind of go straight, but what I do is delete that, that, and that, and that. And we will now, where's the bend for it? So that goes there, 24 by 24. Nice. Beautiful. Okay, so we got that road. And with our industrial road, we'll then come off it here. Actually, what I should do is, because that's a pretty much of like a straight road there. If I come up, or come off about here. Right, where, if I go there, where does that kind of come down? So 17 by 14, we'll roll with that. It's not too shabby. And we'll pick a point there. And let's go 15 by 10 that way. Run it along to about there. I'm creating an outer ring road, if that makes sense. And turning like that. So I think we'll start with this area first, and we're putting down like a bunch of warehouses. And I'll start here. We'll bring a nice little straight road out. And then go to our warehouses. I won't choose the warehouses or what they store just yet. So I can drop that one there. I can drop that one in there. Some nice big boys. Just like that. We'll have another road coming off. Straight across and down. And then we'll cut that straight across there. And see what we can get out of this. But let me just see if I can move this down. There we go. So it looks like it's, you know, identical in the same place. That will fit in there wonderfully. We'll give it a little bit of a space and we'll drop another one in just there. And can I be cheeky to squeeze another one in here? Yes, I can. And then these little nooks and crannies now will try and fit in some of these smaller ones. So we get two along there. And then we'll let this road continue up then. So we've already got quite a few little warehouses in there, which is already really good. So we'll have that down to here. We'll bring this down there, and then we'll keep that as it is, because I want to try and get as many of these big ones in, because they will store a lot of goods. So if I push that one to here, okay, I won't be able to squeeze those in, but I should be able to get now a nice little selection of these big boys. And I can just dot these ones around. Like that. I won't put any just there. We'll grab 2 in just there. So it seems a bit excessive and a little bit over the top with all these warehouses, but it's going to create a nice little central point of distribution. It will be glorious. It will be glorious. And we are going to have some transport networks in as well. So I will put like a little export area here and further along. So we'll go with that for now, because that's where I want to throw it in for the very edge of this. I've got to sort all this out. So what I'll do, actually, you know what? We'll place down first our little export for the train so I can get this underway. So if I drop you there, and then we're going to have another one. So if I brought that, I mean, I'll probably have the one further down there. That's no biggie. But I do want to connect up these two as well. So if I anarchied that in, but if I never bent it, I could maybe... a little bit of a wiggle. I don't know why I did that, but we'll go with that. We'll go with that. And then we'll try and bring that onto the shoreline. I'm going to have some more export areas anyway. So we'll kind of create like a little triangle. Well, not a triangle, but it goes in 2 ways coming off this. And if I can, if it will let me, it's going to be a little bit of a push to try and do this. Well, I might be able to get it off there. Just run it to there to have a secondary one running along. Don't worry too much about the height right now, because I'll change it and get that all set up. Well, it's just a way that we can have, they can bypass that train station as well, if that makes sense. Yeah. Right, it's all looking pretty good. Right, now this is where we're going to go into pause for a bit. Delete this roundabout. To there, to there. Delete all of this. It's a gunner. I'm so sorry. And we're actually going to turn it into... where is it? A straight road, believe it or not. Let me just delete back a bit. So nothing really coming off it. So if I bring that to there. So 14 by 14. Which will go straight up to there. So to stop, you know, the traffic colliding with it in many ways. And then what we'll do is we'll bring that road down, which is just simply one of these roads, to about here. And then we'll turn that also into, you know, that type of road. And if I come off it by quite some... right, let me get this just right now. So that would go that way. That would go that way. That would go that way. And that would go that way. Now, it looks a little bit weird. But what we do is... now, it's 2 lanes either side. So then we're pretty much switching it up to a single in the middle. Boom. Because that extra lane on the outside is the road that they slip onto to kind of get in and out of here. Now, it should keep it flowing and keep the traffic moving. Can I just go, like, straight? Yes. Nice. 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 Now, if I play mode that, the only thing that they can't do, as of right now, is have the ability to kind of like go down here to do a left, if you know what I mean. But if I'm not treating that road as, you know, that's the junction that you kind of do your interchange system. That's the junction for it. But at least this will allow you to kind of come down and switch things up. It's just a simplistic way of trying to get vehicles in and out and moving and shaking, because this is going to be overworked. I just want this junction as simple as possible. Now, it does look a little bit funky, so we'll add a nice little bend or something on. Again, I'll put it back into pause a second. So we'll at least kind of incorporate a little bend to it. That's probably a little bit too far, that one. So yeah, I just want it simplistic. I don't want to overcomplicate that one, give it too many options, because I really want this one to be able to flow as much as possible. I'll get the main roads coming in anyway. If you're coming this way, you're turning in. If you're coming that way, well, really, you can't really turn in, but it doesn't overpopulate that road. If that makes sense anyway. I'm hoping it does. I'm kind of hoping it does anyway. Right, anyway, back to play mode. So you might see a few more vehicles using this, which this is set up for that anyway. Right, so let's quickly just give it some water. This area. I don't know why I did it like that. Just roll with it, boys. Roll with it. And do a couple of wind turbines up here, but it's going to be used to connect it all up anyway. And then they need to be told what they're storing. So we can have the big ones just do commercial goods to begin with, and that is going to take quite a heavy beating to begin with. Commercial goods. Commercial goods. Commercial goods. And this will be the last commercial goods one. Then we've got all these little smaller ones now that can do a little bit of everything, if that makes sense. So some of this stuff is going to come from really far within FoolTopia. So at least we've got something. And what was that last one then? Petroleum. Plastics, which makes this one glass. This one. Metals. That one. Unique factory products. This one. Forestry. This one can be farming. There we go. So we go up to farming anyway. We got a factory for almost everything at this point, which is good. Which is very good, boys. Looks pretty cool now. We can see vehicles moving along. I like it. So no jams, no tears, no crybabies. Does what it needs to do. Really, doesn't it? Okay, right. So, now you can see the sheer amount of vehicles making their way over here, because now we've told them what they can pretty much do. So we're going to see a lot of vehicles now initially head over here. So we're going to see a dramatic increase in traffic. Now, that traffic won't be there forever. It's just the initial traffic moving the stuff in. So let me put it back into pause a second, because we did disconnect the train line. So let's now get this up and running. So let me just delete back to there. If we go a little bit more forward to here. There we go. So what we'll do then, we'll try and get this one to come down a bit more. And that can bend to there. And then this one. Now, this one's going to be the interesting one. Let me just kind of throw that one out there to you. Right now. So, try and get to that. There we go. That point there. And then make it go underground. And this is going to kind of completely miss this whole junction. There we go. And then come straight up. And back out. So you can do both turns there, and it works wonders, mate. Absolutely works wonders. But we don't really have anything for going straight over at the moment. Now we'll get on to that in just a second. So that's all set up then. So that's now technically connected, but not all of this is. So I'll allow them to pass over just there. So coming out of there, you can pass over, but obviously you can't do the turn. But that's something that will allow it to do a little bit further up. So it passes through there. That's up to there. And I think we'll set it. So if I set one to run parallel just to here and turn in like that, that's wonderful. Then to the next point, we'll make it go underground. And then we'll get it going straight to here, so we're not really wasting much space. And where can I get to pop out? I actually just... Oh, do you know what? I don't need to get it to pop out, really, do I? What I can actually do is just simply... get it to connect to there, going in one direction. So that kind of does what it needs to do. There's no point in overcomplicating things, really, is there? There really isn't. We've just got to sort this out, though, because it is elevating ridiculously. And then bring this down. There we go. So we just have the dramaticness of what's going down here. There we go. Let's bring that down to there. And it goes mental in some areas, doesn't it? These gradient changes. I think it could also be with down to the fact that... There we go. That was classed as a bridge. Oh, what's happened here now? There we go. Okay, we'll roll with that then. So back into play mode then, so things can actually happen. It's like this as well. This went a bit mental here. There we go. It's not all really following the lines and the curves, really. So yeah, look at the amount of traffic now coming in. Looks amazing. in a weird way, it does look pretty cool. But that will slowly start filling up all the warehouses anyway, which would be good for us. So how's it looking over here then? So I did actually think about changing this whole junction, but the fact that the traffic's still kind of flowing okay, then I'm not really too worried. I might now get rid of this underground section there. There's kind of no need for it now. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know on that one. But let's just focus on these train tracks anyway. So I do want to get connected over here. And I do want one over this side as well. So what we'll do then, we'll have then eventually this one. Let me just set up a few little bits of road. Again, I'm in underground mode, so get out of that, boy. And get to the industrial road. There we go. So then that one will kind of follow this one along. And then we'll eventually have... Why is that doing that? There we go. So if I bring that up to just there, and then I throw down this. Now either there, or... if I went this way along... to here instead... Right, okay. I'm gonna still get my bearings. Alright, bring this one forward to there. And then we'll start the bend. Right, let's elevate it. It would help if I was on the right one. Right, by 10 across. And then bend it around the cliff edge. Sometimes I question what is going on in this world. And a lot of questions I have is for City Skylines. In what world do you think that this would be a good idea? But then again, I think it's only me to blame because I'm the one that's selected all this stuff. Right, let's get rid of buildings, props, decals, services, trees. No, nodes and segments will keep on. I don't want roads. I just want tracks. So go to there, and then hopefully we can then align this. Wait. To object type slope. Oh, is that changed? Oh, we got some new options, I think, there, boys. I think we have. Right, can I bring that down like that? Yeah, I gotta do some terraining. Yeah, I gotta do some of that. Now, look at the amount of traffic we're getting over here with everyone trying to turn in. So this calls then for a little roundabout. Now, let's go for a 2-lane highway road. And do you reckon that'll be enough? Now, we'll push it to 60. There we go. That should be enough. And hopefully that will keep it flowing. There we go. Do we have any traffic lights over here? No, we don't. But let me just sort this out real quick. Pause. Like that. Gets everyone moving, gets everyone rocking and rolling. And just give them time to sort themselves out on this roundabout, but then that should keep it free flowing. But yeah, we're going to have... I mean, this side now has started to die down a little bit as we slowly starting to fill all of these up. But we do have a nice little export area there, which is going to get beaten to a pulp as well. Which is why we need to keep working on all the other little export areas. Otherwise, that's just going to get overloaded and we're just in a never-ending circle. So a little bit of power there, and then that gets that one up and running. And... right. Okay, what I think I'll do for now then. So, I shouldn't really be doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Is... alright, get all this back connected. And just kind of do something like this real quick. I know I shouldn't do it, but it gives them another opportunity to bypass this roundabout as we're trying to clear the traffic through. It is slowly moving. And we'll just give it some time. Now the vehicles to keep pushing through. I should add all the give way signs on there, but I'm just never a fan of doing it. I know it's the correct way to do it, but I always feel like you know, one side is always stopping for too long when we can just keep it flowing. So it is sorting itself out. Slowly getting there. Your next issue lies with all of this. And that's the fun part. That does then become the fun part of it all. So we'll stick one just here. Because this is what's going to flow through. Right, down to here. Just to there. So don't worry about the terrain and stuff like that. I've got to sort it all out and get it in the right way. It's like, that's amazing. That's the bit where I want it to be a bridge, and the bit where I don't want it to be a bridge becomes a bridge. Hilarious. Well, I could just have it elevated anyway. And we'll just sort that out real quick. So, it only takes something as quick and simple as this. So then, slope the objects. Which look really cool, apart from this one. What happened on this one? Well, let's try that again. There we go. That's a little bit better, isn't it? That's quite a nice little incline. So the roundabout has now sorted itself out. So I'm going to get rid of this now. So whoever was using it as a little bit of a bypass, I'm so sorry. It's now all over. I'm sure I'll give this water. Did I not connect it? I do apologise. Are you now connected? Yes. That was weird, wasn't it? That was really weird. So we have a little bit of an export area just there. Gotta get it connected to over here right now. So what we do at this point then, because it's already slightly in the air, which is a good sign for us, we'll keep, well, make sure first it's going straight forward. Rise it up to about 12. We'll probably anarchy this across. Turn the anarchy off just there. Actually, we have to put it back on, haven't we? 15 by 15 turn. And then straight down, sir. And we'll see how that one goes. Now that connects us to over there. Loads of overhangs, underhangs, turns, bends, twists. But this is what you expect in this kind of area. There is just so much traffic as they're starting to store the goods which come from all over the place. But now that I've got these little export areas down, you're going to see a lot of trains pulling up like this, where vehicles come out to store it into the warehouses. But we knew that anyway. We knew it was so inevitable. Not liking how this is looking here, how they can turn slightly there. So yeah, keep that flowing through, please. There we go. That roundabout's holding up still okay. That little backlog will start to clear. And this is starting to look a little bit quieter now. Now we've got more added in. And only time will tell when this starts to get used. That roundabout's now cleared up. So it just takes time. It just does take time. Yeah, these are really now starting to be filled up, which is going to be a good sign for all the industrial buildings, as they think they're really selling the goods, but secretly we're just kind of storing it right now. Now, yeah, I was going to sort this out, but I feel like I'm just going to leave that as it is now, to be honest with you. There's not as much traffic as I once thought there was going to be, which is good. And then, I mean, we've got this set up over there now, so we don't even need. I don't think we need to add any more cargo areas for the shipping, do we? To be honest with you. Right, this is this all the farming stuff coming in? Where's it all going anyway? Yeah, I think it's all just scattering to the many locations. But if I just sort of lay management, if I don't even allow, well, can I not allow people to cut across? I make them do a right-hand turn just there to keep them flowing. Where did it end up anyway? It is what it is where they end up. I mean, I could create a little cut through here and then just go straight up. I'll have to anarchy it in. Nope. It's not going to work, is it? Well, I mean, how steep is this mountain here? Oh, it's quite steep. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. What I'll do then is I'll have this. I'll turn the anarchy up again. Has that a little slip road in? There we go. No traffic lights. No traffic lights there. Just sort some junction restrictions out real quick. So that will pull in vehicles from that side. Hopefully ease this pressure a little bit as vehicles are trying to get out. So at least all these warehouses here, they're coming straight in rather than coming round. So that might ease some of that pressure. But this area is now really has started to calm down. Which is a good sign. So let's now squeeze in some more warehouses. So let's get one there. And I have to anarchy this one in because it's too good of an area to miss. But the slope is too steep. In what world? Is it because that one's there? How? Right, so brush size up. There we go. We've staggered it instead. Boom. Yeah, it's quite funky, isn't it? It is. So we're smoothing it off. Up the brush size. Yes, 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 yes. And give it water. So this one can be for the ore products, and this one can be for the oil products. So we'll see how much those get used anyway. Right, traffic over here then. So yeah, traffic's now come off all those roads. It's now over here. It sorts all this out. And there's just, because there's so many freaking warehouses down right now in this area. But they'll eventually be all done. They will eventually be all done. The backlog is just waiting for the vehicles to come out. So I could set this up as a one-way road system. I don't know how handy it will be for those guys. But no, I think I'm just being too impatient. I'm trying to get ahead of myself, and there's no need to. But the train's cutting through, which are looking good. Really happy about that. Yeah, we're probably going to see so many boats heading out right now as we're shipping out the goods. It'll be a while before we start seeing any goods there. The roundabout's nice and all clear, which is looking good. We're now pushing vehicles out this way around, but they'll be eventually clear as well. We're getting there. We're getting there slowly. I'm actually impressed with how much it's been able to do that. So they're not enough raw materials. I don't know whether that's the because we got all the raw materials going to the warehouses when the factories could have used them. I don't know. You'll never know on that one. But that's now all in then. So we'll keep it to that. And let's see what like painting it with concrete will be like. So we'll have to get rid of some of the trees. But painting the inners with concrete to kind of really establish that this is an industrial area. We'll get rid of the trees. Do not worry. And there we go. And I did the same just on this little section. So also painting with concrete as well kind of gets rid of the effect of the terrain, the different heights of the terrain. All right, trees are gone. The only trees that we'll then see is if if some of the buildings come with trees, but I don't think any of them do. Right, that's all good. That's all good right now. And I could really paint the whole area up there, but I think I'll just keep it to that for now. Yeah, vehicles are now really starting to die down in terms of the traffic. So it's turned out pretty good then. Pretty good. So, okay, train's coming down right now, choo-chooing to drop off the goods at these shipping docks, which will either pull it out of the building or just generate its own ship. And then vice versa, you can also bring stuff in and kind of get rid of it. So we are creating these new little areas, these new little pockets, and we'll just keep filling it up over time. So the most populated one is the commercial. I think it's, to be honest with you, it's all commercial, isn't it? The commercial goods get thrown straight in there. So if you do any warehouse that has commercial goods, it's going to go crazy. It's got a little bit of farming, a little bit of forestry, a little bit unique, metals, plastics, glass. So yeah, these get filled up, but nothing like the commercial goods. Those go a little bit OTT, don't they? Right, let's. I'm going to get one more in just for the fun of it. And we'll stop it just there. Drop you in. And we'll go commercial goods there. The good thing is, at any moment, I can flick a switch in those warehouses and just dump it and sell it. And then I make a load of money that way from it. So that'll bring a load of vehicles over right now, which will be pretty interesting. Do need to get a nice little public transport link set up around here.
Not sure, the trains go underground weirdly on this little section. I don't know why. There is a lot of trains though. There's a lot of train movement over here, isn't there? There really is. There's a lot of hustle and bustle, which is what I like to see. So we know things aren't working, going in the right direction. So you'll see this get used quite a bit now, this station, as they drop off a load of goods over there. But already that's at freaking 23%. That is on fire right now. So I expected to have to do a lot more work to this, but the traffic is seeming to hold itself up, which is a good sign. And this is where I think I'm going to end it for today then. So we've now created a nice little area where we can pump in more goods. And that's ready for when I get more residents moving into FoolTopia, because more residents add in, more the factories get filled up with jobs, more products they create, which can then be stored into all of our warehouses, and I can dump them out and keep selling them as time goes on. But for now, guys, I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, please make sure you smash that like button down below. Until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, good.